Before we jump in, I do earn a referral fee when you use the services and companies I demonstrate in the video, but there is no additional cost to you. I chose them because they're the best in the industry and you're safe with them.
Ever wondered which is the best option for your lottery winnings and land trust in 2024, LLC or trust? Welcome, folks, to another enlightening discussion that's bound to demystify some complex business terminologies for you. Today, we are diving deep into the intriguing world of finance, specifically focusing on LLCs and trusts. The year is 2024, and you've just won the lottery, or maybe you've just inherited some property. In either case, you're probably asking yourself, what next? Well, fear not, because that's exactly what we're here to explore: the pros and cons of managing your newfound wealth through an LLC or a trust. Let's get ready to unravel the intricacies of these two financial structures. We'll dissect their features, examine their benefits, and weigh their drawbacks. Our objective? To help you make informed decisions about managing your assets. So, without further ado, let's dive in to understand more about these two options and how they can benefit you. First off, let's talk about limited liability companies, or LLCs as they're commonly known. LLCs are a type of business structure that combines the best of both worlds: the personal liability protection of a corporation and the tax advantages and operational flexibility of a partnership. In simple terms, if you own an LLC, your personal assets are shielded from any business-related lawsuits or debts. This means if your LLC ever gets into hot water, your personal car, house, or savings account can't be touched. Now, how does an LLC work? Well, it's pretty straightforward. You start by filing articles of organization with your state's Secretary of State office, pay a small fee, and voila! You have your LLC. You can run it solo or with partners known as members. LLCs are quite flexible when it comes to management. They can be member-managed, where every member has a say in the day-to-day operations, or manager-managed, where only designated members or hired managers make the decisions. But like everything else in life, LLCs come with their own set of pros and cons. On the bright side, they offer liability protection, flexibility in management and profit distribution, and pass-through taxation, meaning the company's profits or losses are passed through to the members' personal tax returns, avoiding double taxation. On the downside, though, they do involve some costs, like the initial filing fee and annual state fees. Plus, they don't have the same ease of ownership transfer as corporations. Now, you might be wondering, how does all this relate to lottery winnings and land trusts? Well, forming an LLC can be a smart move if you hit the jackpot or acquire a land trust. It can provide a layer of privacy, limit your personal liability, and offer a structured way to manage and distribute the funds or property. But remember, every situation is unique, so it's always a good idea to consult with a financial advisor or lawyer to understand the best course of action for you. So that's the skinny on LLCs. Now, let's move on to trusts. Now, let's shift our focus to trusts. A trust, in its most basic form, is a legal arrangement where a person, known as a trustee, holds and manages assets for the benefit of others, the beneficiaries. The assets within a trust can include anything from property and investments to cash and other valuables. Trusts are like a treasure chest, filled with your most precious possessions. The key to this chest, however, is held by the trustee, who ensures these assets are handled according to your wishes. This is done through a legal document called a trust agreement, which outlines how and when the assets in the trust are to be distributed. The beauty of trusts is their flexibility. They can be structured to meet a variety of financial goals and can be an excellent tool for managing wealth, including lottery winnings and land trusts. For instance, if you were fortunate enough to win the lottery, a trust could provide a structured way to manage and distribute your newfound wealth, ensuring it benefits you and your loved ones in the best possible way. Similarly, a land trust can be a powerful tool for managing real estate assets. By placing the property in a trust, you can maintain anonymity, avoid probate, and streamline the transfer of property upon your death. But like any financial tool, trusts come with their own set of pros and cons. On the positive side, trusts offer control over asset distribution, provide privacy, and can help avoid probate. However, they can also be complex to set up, require ongoing management, and can come with hefty legal fees. So is a trust the right tool for you? That depends on your specific circumstances and financial goals. While it may seem a bit daunting, the right advice can make navigating the world of trusts much simpler. Remember, the goal is not just to accumulate wealth, but to manage and distribute it in a way that aligns with your values and aspirations. That sums up trusts. Now, we are ready to compare these two options. Now that we have a basic understanding of both LLCs and trusts, let's compare them head-to-head. When it comes to setting up an LLC or a trust, one of the key considerations is the ease of setup. In general, setting up an LLC tends to be more straightforward and less time-consuming than setting up a trust. With an LLC, you simply need to file the necessary paperwork with the state, pay the filing fee, and you're good to go. On the other hand, establishing a trust can be a bit more complicated, as it involves drafting a trust agreement, transferring assets into the trust, and potentially dealing with a trustee. Next, let's talk about tax implications. For most LLCs, the tax situation is quite simple. The profits and losses of the LLC pass through to the owners, who report them on their personal income tax returns. Trusts, however, can be a bit more complex. Depending on the type of trust, it may be taxed at a higher rate than an LLC. Additionally, trusts have their own tax return, separate from your personal return. Now let's move on to asset protection. Both LLCs and trusts can provide strong asset protection, but they do so in different ways. An LLC protects your personal assets from business debts and liabilities. If your LLC gets sued, your personal assets are typically off limits. A trust, on the other hand, is designed to protect the assets within the trust. If you get sued personally, the assets in the trust are generally safe. So how do these factors play into managing lottery winnings and land trusts? If you've hit the jackpot and are looking to protect your newfound wealth, an LLC or a trust could be a good option. An LLC could provide a simple, flexible structure for managing your winnings, while a trust could offer a higher level of privacy and asset protection. In the case of land trusts, the choice between an LLC and a trust might depend on your goals. If you're looking to protect your personal assets from potential liabilities related to the property, an LLC might be the way to go. If, however, you're more focused on preserving the property for future generations, a trust might be a better fit. Finally, in terms of ongoing management, LLCs require annual reports and fees, while trusts typically require ongoing management by a trustee. This could mean more hands-on involvement with a trust compared to an LLC. As we can see, both LLCs and trusts have their own advantages and disadvantages. Your choice depends on your specific needs and circumstances. So, after all this discussion, you might be wondering, which one is the best option for you? It's a fantastic question, and the answer isn't as black and white as you might think. We've journeyed through the intricate world of limited liability companies and trusts, exploring their unique features and benefits. Let's take a quick recap of this journey. On one hand, we have the LLCs, a flexible and dynamic business structure that provides protection from personal liability for business debts and claims. It offers great benefits like pass-through taxation, and it's an excellent choice for those with a more hands-on approach to their assets. On the other hand, we have trusts, a legal arrangement where a trustee holds and manages assets for the benefit of others. They provide a solid level of control over how and when assets are distributed, and they can be a wonderful tool for estate planning. But here's the crux of the matter. The right choice between an LLC and a trust depends heavily on your personal circumstances. Are you a lottery winner looking for the best way to manage and protect your windfall? Or perhaps you're a real estate investor trying to decide the best way to hold your properties. If you're looking for flexibility and direct control over your assets, an LLC might be the way to go. But if your focus is on long-term planning and you want to ensure your assets are distributed in a particular way after you're gone, a trust could be a better fit. There's no one-size-fits-all solution here. It's a decision that needs careful consideration, and one that should be made with the guidance of a professional who understands your unique circumstances. Remember, the best choice depends on your individual needs and circumstances. It's always a good idea to consult with a financial advisor or attorney before making a decision. Thanks for watching, and we hope this video helped you gain a better understanding of LLCs and trusts.